It's a debate, and it's great. It's the Great Debate.
Wow, did you come up with that on your own?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Took you 5 minutes.
I am your host, Charlie Sermon.
And I am your other host, Brandon Garza.
And I'm your other host, unimportant side character.
We are back here on episode 5 of Not Your Normal Comedy Podcast with our guests.
No, Sylvia.
And
Gabe.
So, because I introduced with the Great Debate, basically what we're doing is every time we have a guest on the show, we're doing something called the Great Debate. Basically, we all have a paper and pencil here, and what we're going to do is we're going to ask a question that can be like any opinion, something simple like best ice cream flavor or like best music genre, whatever. And then we write down on the piece of paper what our opinion is, and we all show each other. Then we all have to debate and agree on one concept. So
basically saying
there's
why.
a board game called I think it's just called it's called Master Debaters. It's a joke. It's a joke off of Parks and Recreation, because Leslie's like, I am what one would call a master debater, and I'm like, that's a joke.
I'm what you would call a masturbator.
I really hope you cut this out.
No.
Man,
Sorry, my dad.
It's great being the Christian of the group, the main Christian of the group.
A Christian, a Catholic, and an atheist walk into a bar.
That's funny. You would assume that a Christian, would walk into a bar. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I read the Bible.
You didn't let me finish. Oh wait, where's the Christian?
All right, so let's start with our first warm-up question.
Got it.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Dang. Can I just say it out loud right now?
Wait, so we have to just write what one of the two down, and
Yeah, don't take up the whole paper though, because this is a very small piece of paper.
it's
and I
Hello
only have
Kitty
so many.
shaped and it's smaller than my hand.
I've had it since 5th grade. Shut up.
Did you get it at the book fair?
I don't know.
Scholastic
Maybe.
Ready?
book fair.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right,
Are we
ready?
going one by one, or we all?
No,
say
we
at
all
the same
show
time?
at the same time.
Okay, so
Show.
3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
guys.
Everyone,
3, 2.
me and Brandon are on the same page. What about you guys?
Oh, we're all on the same page.
We all say hamburgers.
Good.
That was actually a good warm-up round.
That was
That was
because
easy.
hot dogs. The only
Hot dogs are wieners.
pork
that you
butt.
can
No,
eat.
see, there are two. Okay then.
Weenies.
Okay, there are 2 hot dogs that I will eat. They're at every high school football game, at every carnival at like a middle school. There's this red tent. I think it's called Carl's or something like
Is
that.
it just me? Wait, question. Is it just me, or like when you used to get like the school hot dogs, did you always see green tints in them?
Yes, but
Yeah.
it was because of the tinfoil. But those were actually pretty good hot dogs, despite being like. Is that your baby brother? Oh, it's your
Yeah,
cat.
because
Yeah.
his baby brother
No,
meows.
I didn't hear meow. I just heard So I thought it was a baby. Anyways, there are Dodger dogs at Dodger Stadium. Best hot dogs ever. It's like a foot long. You can fill it with a bunch of like ingredients and
I like the
whatever
meat.
and ingredients.
Of course
Okay,
you
shut
do.
up, Brandon.
We get it. You're gay.
Yeah, or the Polish dog that I was just about to talk about. Those are my only exceptions. Okay, what's the
All
next one?
The next one, a little bit more advanced, but kind of simple at the same time. What is the worst superpower to have? And I don't mean come up with your own superpower. I mean like something that's already been given to us through
So, like,
Marvel or DC.
Okay, well, Marvel, like, not all of them have powers. One of them literally just shoots
Well, if we
guns.
make
Well,
it a power,
I mean-
wouldn't it be more interesting?
Well, I mean, I guess you could make your own powers.
Like, shoot poop.
Okay,
Very mature, Brandon. Thank you.
can you give me one of those books?
Or how about this?
To
Easier
write
question. Not the worst superpower, but the worst superhero.
Oh,
Worst superhero? In terms of power or just character?
Both.
Depends, because
Depends?
it's going to be your debate.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you
So is it
disagree.
specifically Marvel, or is it without, or
It could be
throughout?
Anything,
It could be
any
any
superhero.
superhero.
Got it.
I don't.
I'm coming for DC. DC is inferior, I'm sorry. They've got good comics, bad movies. Marvel's got good movies, okay comics.
Yeah. Amen.
DC has pretty good games too.
Okay, their games are pretty cool. There was one
Yeah,
called,
think
like,
too hard
Justice
about it.
something.
Injustice.
No, not Injustice.
It's
but that
hard
one's pretty
for
fun,
me,
too.
okay?
That's what she said.
I forget
Okay, you
the
know
name
what?
of the game. I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 when I played it with my cousin. But you could play that one girl who's a magician, and like one of your powers was like spreading bunnies. but they were like killer bunnies.
Oh, I got it. Actually, I got it.
Okay.
I like how you were making a face.
All
like,
right.
I have no
Y'all
idea what you're
ready?
talking about. Yes, we're ready.
Yes.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Green Lantern.
Green
Catwoman.
Lantern. Okay. Gabe, what's yours?
Superman.
What?
Okay,
I mean, I can actually agree
Okay,
with that.
because he's OP.
No, you can literally put,
I
you can make
get that.
kryptonite bullets and shoot
Okay,
the hell out of them.
Oh, pretty much.
Y'all gonna consider mine
What is
Hawk
yours?
Girl.
Hawk
I
Girl?
forgot she was a thing. She's a TV
Exactly. That's why
character.
she's the worst.
She is. Okay, so
they literally
if
made
you-
a joke on it on Fairly Odd Parents, where everyone gets superpowers, and then that one ditzy blonde goes, "I'm Hawk Gal," and then she can barely fly. She has like no powers, and she's literal Garbo.
Wait, Hawk Girl. Let's look. Hold on.
Exactly. You don't even know who Hawk Girl is. I was originally gonna put that squirrel chick on here, but canonically she can defeat Thanos, so she's okay.
Squirrel chick.
Yeah, look it up.
I don't want to.
I think it's a Marvel character.
No, I just thought Green Lantern because have you seen?
You mean
the movie?
Hawkwoman?
Hawkwoman.
Is it? I thought it was Hawk Girl.
She's on Legends of Tomorrow. I know that. I know that
It's
because
Hawkwoman
I
now?
love Brandon Routh, and I've seen
Has it
one
always been
episode
Hawkwoman?
because of
Yes.
him, and that's it. I can't
No,
watch the
okay.
rest. Their show is kind of iffy.
Oh, it's Hawkwoman.
I hate
Okay,
to be
Hawk
that
Girl
one.
I
sucks.
can't agree with that.
I hate to be that one
You
kid.
said Hawk Girl. I'm like, who's Hawk Girl?
Yo,
It
homies.
doesn't exist.
I hate to be that one kid, but because my mother wants me to go home, this might be a very short podcast.
You know what? That's fine.
Okay, this might be just a bonus to. Our episode 5 is just gonna be short.
All right.
What time
6
is showing
minutes
home?
short.
It's gonna be 5 minutes.
I have to leave by 9:50, so that gives us 30 minutes.
You know what? That's fine.
Okay.
That's a lot.
30 minutes is
Because
about
my
as
mom,
as our
I told my
podcasts
mom
are.
I'd be home around 10, and they're like, "Can't be out late, even though you can legally drive."
So I'm gonna. So
past-"
you're gonna show up right before 10.
No, because I have to drop him off at home too.
Yeah.
But they'll understand. I'll be like, I'm dropping Gabe off, and they'll be like, "Oh, how's your day?" Anyways, next question.
Okay.
please.
Wait, we didn't decide.
Oh, that's right. We have to debate.
Okay, so
I thought we were
I debated Hawkwoman.
Well,
Um,
now I know what it is. I can't agree with that.
You can't agree with Hawkwoman being
No.
the worst.
No,
I heard he can.
Oh, you
I
can?
can't.
Okay.
Oh, you can't. Never mind.
I can't.
You can't
No, I
agree that
can't.
Hawkwoman is the worst.
No.
Why not?
Okay, not the worst because I think not only the story is kind of beautiful between Hawk Girl and Hawkeye. I think that
Not Hawkeye. Isn't it just Hawkman because they're like, oh wait, Marvel's already got Hawkeye.
yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye. Anyways, confusing. But I think the story development between the two is very beautiful. I believe that they're stronger together, which that means like together they are a most powerful power couple.
Okay, cool, but like those are superheroes. We're talking about the singular
Yeah,
superhero.
she never dies. When she
Yeah,
dies,
but if
she
she's only
reforms.
if
Sounds
she's
like-
only
sound-
worth something because of her partner, does that make her super? She's got to be her own woman.
Yeah.
Well, she is her own
Immortality.
woman.
Immortality is not a superpower. And what's she
Okay.
called Hawk anyway? She
What
has
doesn't-
about
wings.
you? Why do you think Superman is the worst? I am probably
I-
gonna go against my own hero and
I
say
think he's the worst because of all the powers that he has. It just makes him a boring superhero. Because you know in the end he's gonna win no matter what.
If you do
Well,
kryptonite
not
bullets.
not correct. Batman won.
I was
Well,
just about to make that
obviously.
joke.
Like,
But because he
it,
keeps winning. That's why they made that.
He even has a dog named Crypto. First of all, why would you name your dog your weakness?
Because he's so cute. He's your weakness.
Shut up! Stop being so vanilla.
No, but think about it. Like, I was gonna put Superman first. Actually, I'm not even. I literally had to look at it.
Oh yeah,
Not
Superman
even kidding.
gets crossed
Superman
out.
crossed out. Because like, yeah, you can literally grab like kryptonite bullets and just shoot him.
I think
He's
that's what
dead.
they did in
That's what Batman did.
Superman Returns.
Did they?
I think
I didn't watch the
because
movies.
again, Brandon Routh is one of my favorite actors. I think my second favorite actor next to Robin Williams. He plays Superman,
Yeah.
and I think he gets shot with a kryptonite bullet or just like a piece of kryptonite shoots into his chest. And what's complete BS is when he's in the hospital, they're like taking his DNA. They could obviously, from his DNA, from everything, his records, that is Clark Kent. That's another reason why he's stupid. He put some glasses on and like, oh, I'm not Superman. I'm Clark Kent. My
Woo!
name's Kent.
Okay.
I think your cat
Your turn.
wants in.
No, I just put Green Lantern because the movie was awful. I have
She's
no
just-
other
she's
reasoning.
just meowing at the door.
I lost this debate simply because, yeah, I agree with your guys more than my own.
Well,
Green Lantern sucked.
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, wait. Who did you pick? Do you
Catwoman.
agree with Superman though? Wait, Catwoman's a villain,
She's an anti-hero.
so she don't count.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Okay,
She's
cool.
like,
so
she's
Superman?
not to the extent of Deadpool, but like, she does do bad things for the sake of good. Sometimes.
I'm gonna throw your cat
see,
against the wall.
No,
Right.
I guess, because in the Halle Berry movie, she's an anti-hero. In literally everything else, she's a villain. Okay, then I guess you
So
lost
I
this
don't-
debate ultimately.
Yeah, so I don't think she counts.
I just thought trailer for
So it's
Catwoman.
between Hawkwoman and Superman.
My vote
Superman.
goes to Superman because he's overpowered.
All right, you know
Yeah.
what? Honestly, yeah, I think I'm gonna agree because the only reason I said Hawk Girl anyway, or Hawk Woman rather,
Thank you.
was because of a horrible memory I had in 5th grade where we were assigned superheroes. And I don't even know what the project was, but we were assigned superheroes.
You got
And I
Hawk
looked,
Girl.
yeah, and I got Hawk Girl, and I was like,
I know
this is
exactly
the
what you're
dumbest thing
talking
I've
about.
ever heard of.
I've never had that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was Heroes Against Drugs. It was drugs.
Yeah,
it
something
was
like
Red
that.
Ribbon Week. But my
Yeah.
school did the same thing, but we got to make our own superheroes.
And I got like a Hawk Woman, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
No, because like
this can't
when
be
you're
a real
ordered to understand
superhero.
like Hawkwoman, I don't know. I just feel like bound by eternity. Like they're meant to find each other to activate their own powers, which is not like
weak.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, we all agree Superman is worst superhero. Sorry, Superman stans, y'all are wrong. All right, so because we're all Disney
In this
stans
together.
here,
Oh,
the most evil Disney villain,
oh
does that mean just Pixar or just
Disney.
Y'all
Oh.
already know my
Does
answer.
Pixar count? Because they're Disney.
No, because like there's different villain tiers in Pixar, and then different villain tiers for just Disney alone.
Okay.
I got mine.
What was the question? Best villain?
Best. Who do you think the best Disney villain is?
I thought it was the word like the.
Oh,
the most
no.
Evil.
Yeah, most evil.
Oh, most
Yeah,
evil.
most
Would that
evil.
count as best though? Because you think they're most
No, because I don't think the
Oh, I
best
guess.
villain is the most evil.
Oh, so one could
Yeah.
think like, oh, Yzma's the best because she's funny, but
Yeah,
she's not
'cause-
the most evil because
Yeah.
Also
she
the
like.
most evil.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
most evil.
So the
My
most
answer
evil.
still sticks for both.
I know your answer.
Yeah, everyone knows my
Oh,
answer.
yeah, no, but I
Um,
kind of agree.
I'm gonna go last,
But hear
even
me
though
out.
yours is the same as mine, and I
Yeah.
already know this.
All right, Brandon, what's
Wait,
yours?
he's not. He's
Oh.
not.
Can I
Well-
skip this one? Because I don't know Disney villains
All
that
right,
well.
you can
fine.
go ahead and
Okay.
skip.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
You
yours.
can be on mine. We'll tag team it.
So far,
You
all three
already
of us
know.
think Scar.
Yes. What is yours? 'Cause
Mine's
mine.
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
Okay, I can see your reasoning.
Because my reasoning is
She
the
wanted-
fact that
Yeah.
no, she has literally slaughtered puppies for her fur coat without any remorse, and is still willing to buy more.
You know,
So does PETA.
now as an 18-year-old, I realized that. I never realized she
Yeah.
already has. I
that
thought
fur
that's just
coat
what
is
she.
her the puppy she's killed, and she was willing to kill people.
Well,
in
hold
cold
on.
blood.
The white and is it all white and then it's black
It wasn't
tails
just
at the
puppies.
bottom?
It's the fact that
Yeah.
she just didn't. No, she didn't kill puppies yet. She killed other animals.
Yeah.
Other
No,
exotic.
that was a
No, it wasn't. Because
Yeah, no,
No,
she
it's
wanted
'cause
the puppies.
she
for
wanted the puppies
this one
because she's
day.
never had puppies before. She
Yeah.
said, "Look at that. That is a unique texture, unique design.
Pattern.
I want that because I've never had something of that status before."
I mean, if she's had a leopard, I mean,
Ooh.
it's your brother.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
She just shut the door.
Yeah, he's interrupting our podcast. We have limited time here.
Yeah, we really do. My dad just gave me the facepalm emoji because I said I'll be home around 10. Last time I said I'll be
Yikes.
by at this time, he's like, you're a minute late. I was like, all right, this time I'm going to say around, so you can't be angry.
Cool.
All right.
Oh yeah. So Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, because she gets slaughtered in cold blood. No matter
She
who
is
it
not the one who slaughters, though. She's the one.
You realize Cruella de Vil is just capitalism, right?
She's just
you
rich.
communist.
Exactly,
bastard.
scary.
I don't think she's not the one who slaughters them herself. She's the one who gets fur coats imported or made from London. Or I don't think that's a thing in London, but
Yeah, but
imported
think about like
fur
how
coats
corrupted you have to be. Like she,
to want to kill a puppy for its fur.
yeah, and she like
Literally any capitalist ever. Like
exactly. It's so evil because it's like
you
mirroring-
communist bastard.
it's mirrorizing today's society, and that's what's the most evil about it because it's showing evil in plain sight.
Okay.
She is literally embodiment of the problem of the U.S.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
hear
You
Char's
know what?
reasoning for
I
Scar
see-
first.
I see where you're coming from, but Scar was literally crafted after Hitler, so I'm gonna.
She's not wrong.
I think I'm gonna stick with Scar because as bad as capitalism may or may not be,
Nazism was worse.
killing a bunch of Jews was worse.
See, but it's the most
Scar
evil Disney
didn't
villain-
kill
yeah, it's
any
the
of his kingdom. Well, okay, that's wrong. He did kill his kingdom. He overhunted it, but he didn't kill any of the lions that we know.
That we know of, exactly.
So My reasoning, me being the Lion King fanatic freak that I
I thought we
am.
were talking about most evil because
This-
in the franchise itself, not by otherworldly things.
Okay, cool.
No. Like,
But Sylvia has an
her
argument for
reasoning-
inside the franchise.
Her
as well.
reasoning is a very good reason because yes, he was shaped after like there's
Hitler.
a Nazi, not Nazi, but that crescent moon is like relevant to something having to do with
The
the
little
Nazis.
the little communist.
No, not the
Yeah.
communist
symbol
symbol
thing.
because he was, but Scar was willing to kill his own brother for the heir to the throne. He was shut your mouth, let me finish. He was okay with killing his own nephew, an innocent back then bratty child, for a throne. Now, remember the line, oh, I was first in line, and then the little hairball was born. He didn't literally mean I was first in line to see him. He meant before that thing was born, I was next in line for the throne. But now it's gone. He is now forever a dowager prince. He will never have the throne. He will never have rule unless they both die. And that is what he was willing to do. Now, on top of that, his father named him Trash in African. Scar is not his name. Recently, Disney confirmed his biological name is Taka. That is Swahili. I know this. I like Swahili language for garbage. Mufasa is Swahili for king. Their father planned this from the beginning,
Or the producers.
Oh my
which
God.
is their father. So Scar was okay with the mass murder of a whole entire ecosystem, was okay with the murder of his brother and his nephew, and was
literally-
totally okay with just letting his kingdom die. Sarabi said, you have sentenced us to death, and he said, so be it.
Yeah, he straight up just didn't care what happened as
The
long as he
fact
was
that
on
he
top.
had the title he thought he deserved was his sole purpose for doing everything.
Plus, so the reason why, like, I don't think
Brandon,
it's so
hold up.
evil.
I have the final piece of the argument. Don't tell me to shush.
You don't have the final piece. I got more.
Okay. Well, here.
We
No,
wanna get to the
because
topics,
trust
don't we?
me.
Wait,
Here
hold
we
on.
are.
Gabe's mom is calling, so let him walk out
Oh,
for a
yeah,
second.
of course.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, it's just
Okay.
gonna be
We'll
here.
cut it out.
Yes. I'll be home in a little bit. We're doing a project right now.
We're out of time.
Okay.
It's okay, we still got 20 minutes. We're still
Okay.
chilling.
We
Bye.
got more debates.
So,
That was adorable.
here's the final piece to my Scar argument, I think. One thing we have learned from the Lord and Savior himself, Heinz Doofenshmirtz, is what makes a villain evil is the evil backstory. If you have no backstory, you are not evil. You
Doofenshmirtz's
need to
backstory wasn't evil. It was just straight up sad.
No, but here's the thing. We've
a
established.
gnome.
We've established that Doofenshmirtz is
his
an
own
evil,
parents
though.
didn't show
You know
up
what
to
I
his
mean?
birth.
Like, so here's the thing. Doofenshmirtz just needed a therapist, low key. But that's a whole different debate.
Ooh.
He became good in
Doofenshmirtz says
Milo
in
versus-
Milo
the more
Murphy's Law.
scarring your backstory is,
Get it,
the
scarring.
more evil you are. Cruella de Vil doesn't have a backstory other
She's
than the
just
fact that she just
capitalism.
wants a puppy as a fur coat. Scar was named garbage. Scar was like practically kicked out of his own couldn't get to the throne or anything. And because of the horrible hardships he went through, in turn, he has been the most evil Disney villain.
Yes, and there is factual proof. And there is new footage that has been released for season 3 of The Lion Guard. Yes, I watched the show. It is not like Jake and the Neverland Pirates are like, oh, which way do we go? No, this show is just continuing the story. There's some things I don't agree with because Disney just said, this is why this happened. Why? Okay, so here's the next episode. Didn't tell you why. So
Amazing.
apparently in the movie, the new live action, Mufasa tells him, are you challenging me or is that a challenge? And Scar says, I wouldn't dream of challenging you. Again. They added again. So that implies they once fought for the throne. He lost to Mufasa, which is why he has the scar. Now, there are 3 different reasons why he has a scar. That reason, when he was younger, he tried to frame Mufasa as a kid, trying to get him in trouble with his dad because he was like, you're always doing good things. I'm going to get you in trouble.
He gave himself a scar.
He did, because he tried, and foreshadowing, he tried to get Mufasa in trouble with a wildebeest. I sound like a stupid kid who knows these facts, but it's my favorite movie, and I enjoy it. And it backfired, and the wildebeest went after him and scratched him in the eye, and that's how we got the scar. Second story. And the third story, the one that I hate the most, is the most recent that Disney released with Lion Guard, and a snake bit him. Not even bit him. The snake just
That's not how scars work.
I know. The snake flung at him and then just cut him with his tooth. I was like, but there's still venom in that. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's not how snake bites work.
Anyways, so Scar was like, All right, and so apparently Scar goes to Mufasa. There's a whole song about it now, and Mufasa's like, "I'm calling you Scar now for the rest of your life," which upsets me because that's out of character for Mufasa. He would not do that.
Was this like teen years or? Is
Yeah,
this...
teen years.
Oh well, that makes sense.
Well,
That
no,
was
because
just...
his whole life, it's said in like the first movie that Mufasa's always been noble, like he's always been the kind one.
Okay, yeah, but like,
So it's out of character.
well, I'm pretty nice, but I still like punch my siblings.
I
You
guess.
know what I mean?
But anyways, those
yeah, I do
three
see what you mean.
reasonings are still a backstory, and then afterwards, the Lion Guard, the second heir to the throne, or the second born, is the one who runs the Lion Guard. Well, he's like, well, my guard that I rule, or I lead, we're gonna defeat my brother. And they're like, no, we're not. He's our king. What? Okay.
Yeah.
And they have this weird magical thing called the Roar, where the roar of the kings of the past roar with you, and like it can destroy lands. So he used it for evil. He lost the mark of the Lion Guard leader, and then
Wow.
forever was just banished to being the second prince.
What
So
a
that's
loser.
even more of a reason for him to be like, well, now because you made me angry, I lost it, so now I want what you have. So he just has more and more motivation. He had a crappy childhood from the day
Crappy
he was out of the
childhood,
womb.
crappy teenhood,
From the
crappy
day
adulthood.
he was out, I'm sorry, guitar, out of the womb. He has been evil because he has been brought that way. He has been trained that way unintentionally.
Soon as he was born,
Cruella
just
DeVille
crapped
just
on.
wanted a freaking coat
That she could have bought.
Scar wanted an heir. No, not an heir. Scar wanted the throne.
I guess that's why I see more evil is because this
Puppies?
is my no. I see more evil because it's like it's animated in the real world, like a real world prosperity, and that's more of the animal kingdom.
She's still killing animals, though. Both are killing animals.
Yeah, but one of them is killing a kingdom of people,
Yeah.
which technically
Okay, so Brendan,
in England
think,
did.
think of the Lion
No,
King.
I'm just saying that's-
Think of the
I'm
Lion
agreeing with
King.
you.
Okay, I
Don't
was
let me
like,
add that.
don't hit me!
I'm saying
Alright.
why I thought she was the evil.
we need
like-
to come to our final consensus because again, this is a topic in which the love of my life has not been able to speak. and I
Okay,
want him to feel
Scar,
included.
Scar, move on.
Okay, Scar is
I heard
evil
Mulan
Disney
and I was
villain.
like, that's
You know what? The biggest evil.
Mulan live action remake.
Okay,
That's the biggest.
since Gabe doesn't know much about Disney,
What was the next one?
I was gonna say, who's the best Disney princess?
Do you know
Can we just say
princesses?
best Disney character as a whole? Because he does know Disney movies. He just
No, because there's so many Disney characters.
There are, but of the four, we can just debate
I would
on
pro-
ourselves.
I mean, I
It's
guess.
such a big topic, though. Like,
Yeah,
it can
I
be
guess.
difficult.
True.
Go. Next
Never
one.
mind. Continue. Next
Alright.
one.
Continue.
Damn, I just like talking about Disney. I'm well versed in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This one Brandon thought of.
I did.
What's the worst way to find out you're at the rapture?
The rapture?
Brandon, would you like to?
Now,
Y'all
do
know
we
what the
have
rapture
to
is,
do
right?
This one.
Yes.
Yeah, the rapture is the second coming.
Yes, we have to.
I'm gonna out you on this one.
Guess what, Gabe? You can participate in this one.
Okay.
Just the most weirdest way to find out you were stuck in the.
No,
rapture.
not the weirdest. The worst way to find out you're at the rapture.
What if the worst is the weirdest?
Yeah,
Yeah, Weird Al
Oh,
Yankovic tells.
I got it.
Sings a
I don't
song
need to write it down. I got it. I got it in my mind.
Are we still on that question? I didn't know if we were moving on.
Oh no, we're still on that question. So you.
The rapture?
So this
Yeah, the
one's all
worst
you.
way to
I
find
won't,
out you're
I won't
stuck in
speak
the
in this one. I'll just
rapture.
observe when you speak this time.
All right. So
Gabe.
So rapture is second coming.
Right.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know what happened in the first rapture.
So basically,
The
this
second-
is
the
so
first
the rapture.
coming of Christ.
So the rapture basically is what's gonna happen. People are gone. They're up to heaven. You're stuck down here for 7 years.
Right, okay.
That's
Have
the-
you
Ever
ever seen
what's the
Left
worst way to
Ever
find
seen
out?
Left Behind?
Yeah, exactly. Worst way to find out you're in that situation.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. So you got
Like,
yours.
you don't get
Yeah.
sent up?
you don't.
Yeah,
get
I know,
sent
what's
up.
the worst way to
find
but-
out?
yeah, all the
In-
holy people get sent up, and anybody who didn't make the cut goes.
It's not
But-
saying you're
but-
unholy. It's just a hypothetical
They're
question.
in the movies Left Behind. They explain like you just aren't there yet. You aren't like in hell, but you're
Yeah,
not in
like,
heaven.
this is the end.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not.
This is the end.
Well,
It's crazy.
on
Yeah.
the- like, it's the idea of the, the rapture, and some can go back up after doing some heroic deed or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Sacrificing himself for the good.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Hercules.
Yeah. So go.
That's my soul.
It's yours.
All right. So, in my opinion, one of the worst ways you could find out you're at the rapture is say, you like have a really bad toothache or you break a limb, and so you go to your regular doctor or regular dentist, and they go, "No, he left. We don't really have any doctors or dentists right now because of the whole rapture thing."
That's the worst for you?
Yeah, could you imagine, like, no more doctors
Oh my
because
God,
they all
okay.
get sent up and you're just
Okay.
like, what am I gonna do about my broken arm?
I know I said I wasn't gonna talk, but I totally contradict that. Most doctors are jerks, homies.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Go.
I mean the good doctors, dog.
I'm excited about my
Like-
answer.
Most likely a passenger on the plane. Like your pilot just goes up and then it's just, what do we do at this point?
I think that even happened in Left Behind.
Yes. One
I
of them
feel like
left,
that's
one of
something.
them's gone.
Does anyone know how to fly a plane? No, all the pilots went up.
Well, mine seems like shit now. I was
What's so
gonna say-
sad is during this, I'm feeling a little offended, and I'm still trying not to because I'm very religious and I'm like strong with my faith. And I know
No, that's why
this-
Brandon said. Brandon was like, Sylvia's really religious. Let's ask this
I
question.
hate you.
Okay, my worst way, like, to figure out you're in the rapture is, like, you had a surgery, right? You're mid-surgery. You're cut open. And then just worse off, you wake up, and you're like, hello?
I think that's the worst way because even though you'd get sutured, you'd still feel.
And you just stuck.
Because even on a plane, you could still probably find a way to like land
no.
it.
What's
But
so
like,
you're down the
what are you
operating
gonna
table,
do?
like,
Sew
the
yourself
doctor.
Cut
up?
open, yeah.
Because like when you wake up, you're gonna
Yeah.
feel everything.
No, yeah. I think that's the worst way you can ever, like, possibly figure out you're in the rapture.
I agree with Brandon.
Did you break? You broke a little bit of your pencil off. I felt it.
That's my pencil.
Break. Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Who
dude.
still uses wooden pencils?
I do.
My mom.
What's the next one? That
All right. That was the most intense one.
Wait,
we
did you
had,
guys decide
so-
that that was the worst?
Oh
I
yeah.
said that-
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Waking up in the middle.
Oh my
of
god!
surgery.
Imagine Grey's Anatomy. Just like, okay, never mind. Let's just continue. I like this book.
All right, this one's more of like a social thing. I feel like we all might agree on this, but basically, a friend gave me this one. Are you obligated to have your name pronounced correctly when people introduce you? Let's say you're like, oh, my name is Sylvia, and then they're like, okay, everyone, this is Silva, and you're like, it's Sylvia.
Yes.
All right, Gabe.
Well, if you introduce your name and then they just mispronounce it, I feel like, why?
That was
Like,
just
she
them not
just said it.
listening.
She just said it, and like you're treating me dirty like this.
But like, are you obligated to have your name pronounced correctly?
Yeah, I feel like if you said it first and then they mispronounce it, then yeah.
All right.
So you mean
Yeah.
Hammett High's graduation process, in which Mr. Walsh and not even Cherlin. Mr. Walsh. No, I guess Cherlin. He just has like no accent when he says the Hispanic names, but Mr. Walsh.
Oh
he would
man,
go
I
full
felt
out.
I
He-
felt
he
so
did it good,
bad.
though.
Good job.
Yeah.
Everybody was like pronouncing with the right accents, and then Cherlin went up and was like,
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
That's an actor.
Jose Perez.
I think he just wanted to make sure he got like the pronunciation right without having the pronunciation right. that was not
That's
the
what
right
he's there
accent.
for. That's why we rehearsed.
Yeah.
So he could get it right. I'm confused. He's in theater. He should know his
what
Spanish
Mr. Walsh
accent.
reminds me of when he says Hispanic names really fast.
Hmm.
You know how Rogelio and Jane the Virgin goes Rogelio de la Vega like really fast. That's what makes me think of it. Is this just a yes or no like
That
debate? Because
that
then we
was
can
just
do
a
one
yes or
more.
no.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, we can do one more.
Yeah. Do you guys have any ideas? Because I have a list, but
What's the worst curse you can be given?
oh yeah, no, I have that written down actually. I was gonna
worst.
ask
The
that.
So
worst
like if
curse.
a witch came along.
Yes,
and
what
was
is
like,
the
yeah.
worst thing you can think of? Your wildest imagination. And yet we have to agree to which one's the
All
worst.
right, are we writing
All
it
right.
down or just like
I'm gonna
really
write
think
mine
about it.
down, but I'm
Okay.
gonna think about it for a
the
bit.
worst? Oh, I have one. I don't want to write it down because I'm lazy.
Let's try it. Brandon, this is like mostly targeted at you. Let's leave fecal matter and vomit out of this.
Please do. I have a metaphobia.
That's the worst.
No,
Okay.
okay, we're gonna keep dirty things out.
Dirty also meaning vulgar. Looking
mean, I
at you,
guess.
Brandon.
There's no worst thing.
There is a worse
Oh
thing.
my
Shut up.
Okay,
God.
let's go.
There's more to
Shut
life
up,
than
Five
sex and
Below
fecal
WoW
matter.
crew worker.
Just calling them out like that?
Hi, welcome to Five Below.
Oh, I got it.
You can go first because you sound like yours
I
is
think,
very.
yeah, I think I might win with this one,
That was
actually.
adorable what you just did. I hope you know that, and I love you.
All right.
I love you too.
Yay.
You have to pay everything in pennies.
Oh, no. Like anytime you have $1, just like
Yeah.
pennies in your hand.
Yeah,
And you
straight
have
up.
to pick them
That is the worst curse. You buy in a car, pennies. You buy in a house, pennies.
Oh my
you
gosh.
pay your rent in pennies.
What's funny about a car is those are payments that you do. It's not just like here is $60,000 right here.
Pennies?
Pennies.
Oh my god.
And it's not even just a curse to you, it's a curse to anybody else. So if you have social anxiety, sucks for you. You're paying for your car in pennies.
Oh my gosh, you go to Five Below and you buy a $5 item, but you just
All pennies. And it's self-checkout, so you have to insert all of those pennies.
And it's a curse for the closest people because they have to count everything to make sure
That's
it's
right.
perfect.
At Five Below, it's self-checkout. You guys don't have
and
the
we have to count the
registers.
money at the end too, so we have to count endless pennies to make sure
Oh
the right
my
amount.
God.
So it's not just a curse for you, but it's a curse for anyone
So
you
everyone
buy
just
from.
hates you. Now instead
Yes.
of buying things, you have to trade.
And what are you gonna say? You're cursed to pay everything in pennies? You're gonna look like a loon.
You know,
gonna
similar,
look like an
similar
asshole
to
or a
that,
loon.
there was a petty man who paid his entire bank payment in pennies, and he came with a wheelbarrow of thousands, like billions of pennies. And they were like,
Whack.
they were gonna say no, but they can't. It's still currency, so they had to. Hey, honey, what was yours?
Yeah.
I said immortality.
Oh, that's actually
That's painful.
That is
Immortality
because
is a
like
painful
no
concept.
matter and under what condition you cannot die.
Yeah, like have you seen Death Becomes Her?
Yes.
Immortality
with
sucks.
Meryl Streep. I love that movie.
And like
She falls down the stairs.
you get to the point where the planet is just no more, but you're still there. And like even if it were to like break apart and you're floating in space, like I don't know if you freeze over, or explode, or what.
But you're still alive.
But you're still alive no matter what condition.
Oh, and then the worst part about that is having to like watch your loved ones and
Wow,
Right.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh man, shut up.
Well, yeah, but like if you freeze in space, you're just like in a coma.
I guess.
And then when you wake up, where are you?
Apparently not according to Star
New
Wars
Earth.
Episode 8, where Leia just like breathed into the space and went, come back. And
Well,
you guys
didn't
don't
she
watch
die,
Star
though?
Wars. No, she didn't. Well, the actress passed away, but the
Well,
character did not.
I thought the character died.
No, the
My
character
bad.
didn't die. She used the Force and Mary Poppins floated her way back to the ship.
Oh.
Apparently, Leia is Force sensitive. But
Okay,
anyways,
let's
guess.
Brandon, I wanted to save mine for last because I thought mine was kind of like...
Dumb?
Okay. No, not dumb. Okay.
I'm still thinking.
You were not seriously still thinking.
A little.
Yeah, I said no fecal matter, and he went, damn it, now I have to think of a new
well,
one.
my thought, because this is such a strong element to me, is someone cursing you and your partner to fall out of love with each other.
Well, of course the one in a relationship would say that.
Well, no, even if we're in a relationship, like the pain of like not being able to be with the person you want, and then that curse
Ooh.
being continuous because that's the person you were supposed to be with, that is the person you're supposed to love, but because they made you fall out of love with one another and like just erase
Question: Does
each
this
other.
curse like carry on to anyone? Like you fall in love with someone that breaks and then they fall in love
No,
with
okay,
someone that
so say
Dang,
like you
that's
were
my
with
constant state.
Damn. Say, okay, so me, Gabe and we are together. We have no intention of ever breaking up. This is it. We are together
That's terrifying. to think
from
about.
now until
Very
the end,
terrifying.
which sounds terrifying, but really, it's like one of the safest feelings you can ever have.
Must be nice. Continue with your curse that I'm living every day.
I got mine.
So imagine one day this witch just goes, I'm jealous because I don't have anyone to love. So
Oh my gosh,
now
it's me.
both of you are going to be either three ways to do this: erased from each other's mind and you are no longer in love, but now whenever you fall in love, it's just heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. And that one person you're supposed to be in love with, you know the myth of the red string that's always
Yeah.
tied to that,
Oh,
like in
yeah.
Hercules, or that strong heartstring. You're together, you just don't know it. Or but it didn't break. Or two, you guys are well aware that you are still in love, but anytime you come close to each other, boom, you vanish into different like areas, and you
Interesting.
can no longer be
I have
so.
something that's probably worse than
So
that.
if you move, so it's just the idea of in any way, shape, or form that person had the ability to break a close bond between two humans who are in love with each other. Because love, I'm a sucker for love. I watch Disney movies because they make me feel warm. I'm always with Gabe because it makes me feel happy. Like being with that person you're supposed to be with is the best feeling in the world. And someone taking that away from you, not even mutually between the two, it's someone else getting in between. That's what hurts the most, and that has happened to me.
Well, I think I'd rather be single than pay my college tuition in pennies.
Okay.
All right,
Here's
Brandon,
mine.
what's yours?
Okay. You're cursed to everything you touch decomposes and dies.
I like how you
Everything
took that
touch.
away. From me.
Yeah, no.
Immediately.
So
touch
basically, a
Brandon.
Thanos snap, but it's just any.
Well, here's the
Oh my god,
this
you're
decays.
Timmy's mom. everything I touch dies.
Exactly. Like you touch a plant, corrupts in your hand. You touch someone else, they start decaying. You touch the ground, it starts decaying. Anything you touch.
Could I wear mittens?
Like Elsa's gloves. Her gloves just magically stopped her powers.
Yeah.
I call crap on that. Ice can still blow through.
No, because her hands were warm.
I guess, sure.
You know, everything you touch is just rots.
Does it have to be with your hands or like your whole body?
I'll wear like 3 pairs of gloves. It'll give me at least 10 seconds to touch what I need to touch.
But you're killing it every time you put it on.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna have a lifetime investment of gloves.
So how about is it you touching someone or someone else touches you?
Anything.
It's just any
Anything
contact.
that comes into contact
Okay,
with
you realize you'd be naked.
Exactly.
Oh no! Dude, your legs would be gone because sitting down your legs touch. Or like if you're in a relaxed position.
No, your body you can do anything with your body itself. But
Okay.
anything that touches
What about your hair?
skin,
Does that mean the floor
No
will
hair?
just break apart
The
below you?
floor would break. Oh my gosh, it's like Lava Girl in that one scene where she's walking across the ice bridge and just breaking as she goes. Dude,
Okay.
I still think falling out of love is painfully sad.
Okay, yeah, but like thinking of the worst curse.
imagine how
Which
both
would
the
you
pennies.
rather have?
You'd
About-
have to live with for the rest of
You
your
have a
life.
choice.
I have a choice to live with one of these 3.
What's the worst?
Yeah, so what's the word? Like, it's on the table. Sylvia,
Imagine the
you're-
penny.
you're-
You have both curses. You can't pay with pennies. The pennies decay.
What was
like,
your curse again?
Immortality.
Immortality, that's right. If
What's
you
the
had to
worst?
choose, like this witch just came and said, hey, these 4
Immortality
dingus kids,
or decay.
these 4 dingus kids came up to me and gave me some good curse ideas. So you have a choice between immortality, never falling in love or falling out of love with the person you're supposed to be with,
What's the worst?
decaying everything you touch, or paying everything in pennies. I think I would choose. What would you choose, Char?
I would choose immortality.
Out of all 3 of those, if I were to be cursed, I'd probably pick your curse because, in my opinion, immortality, decomposing, and
Pennies.
paying in pennies are all nightmares for me.
But see, it's not what you want. It's the worst.
I know. So
thing.
But
now,
if she
now,
gave you
now
the
those
choice.
3. Now
If she
those
gave you
3,
the
I have
choice.
to weigh out of pennies, immortality, or decomposing.
I'm gonna pay with pennies.
Would I rather pay with pennies or be immortal? I'd rather pay in pennies and be immortal. Now, would I rather everything decompose or be immortal? See, if everything were to decompose, I would be having to make buku bucks of money because even the bed I sleep on would decompose. The floor I sleep on would decompose and I'd wake up. I wouldn't get any sleep. I couldn't eat. And I'd practically die anyway.
Yeah.
Just drinking water would be a hassle.
Yeah.
So...
Worst curse ever.
But it would be a short-lived run. Meanwhile, immortality is eternity. It's only a theory that if the Earth disappears, that you're just gonna freeze and go into a coma. What if you don't?
Yeah, no, I just pay pennies. I love Gabe too much.
So you
I'd be
think
down
you
with
think
pennies.
so you think worst curse is falling out of love?
No, I think worst curse in me and my experience
So
is
you'd rather-
falling out of love.
Because it's not just pennies. Okay, mine. Sure, it's socially anxious, but it's not really that bad.
Everything touches.
Actually, you know what?
Because here's the thing. You're saying if the witch gave you an offer to decompose everything you touch or fall out of love, you would choose decompose everything you touch. Meaning Gabe would decompose
then
as
that
well.
sucks but then I would also be unhappy. I'd rather be happy and in love with someone knowing that I can't like.
Y'all
touch
seen
them.
y'all know that movie 5 Feet Apart?
Yeah. I'm reading that book currently.
Okay, yeah, but you'd also be nude and hairless and
That's true. That's gross.
yeah. And you
I had to pick one quick though.
And like
gotta
I said,
leave.
you couldn't eat, sleep, or drink properly. Everything would be speed run your whole life.
Brandon, why would you choose?
I couldn't pick
curse?
feces or fecal matter.
Yeah, but you chose
So
a
he
curse
chose
that
death.
comes off of mine. Like the minute you're about
No,
to touch the
'cause I
one you
told
love,
you.
poof, you go into different areas.
No,
You,
but the
like-
difference is they die,
Yeah.
and you have to see it like the Indiana Jones death when you drank out of the wrong goblet.
Oh man. Speaking of Indiana Jones, that's the best ride at Disneyland. Don't at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
My sister lost her phone on that ride. It was karma.
Honey, what would you choose as the worst? Like, if not more immortality?
Besides immortality?
Yeah.
Probably the decomposing thing.
Damn. I was hoping
'Cause,
you'd
like,
go with love.
Honestly,
Because with the falling out in love, like even though you fall out of love with your soulmate,
Yeah.
you have other things to love, like besides your soulmate. Like love isn't defined to one person.
But that one soulmate, like in the situation of if soulmates were like the sole purpose of
Right.
love, like
But we as humans move on
I
And, like,
suppose.
even though like we're so heartbroken, there becomes a point to where we need to move on.
But then that next person you start to fall in love with, the cycle just happens over and over again. So it's that constant cycle of heartbreak until death.
Man,
Right,
I
but, like,
can't
you could-
imagine living a life where, like, as soon as you fall in love with someone, they leave. Man, that would be horrible.
I know, but it still hurts. So you would choose decomposing.
Hurts for
Yeah,
you.
because falling in love and loving someone are two completely different things.
Yes.
And like, even though you could still have children theoretically, and that children can fill in the hole that you have.
Yes, but then because you love those children, that is
Yeah.
then ripped
That wasn't
away
the
from
curse,
you.
though. The curse is who you.
Yeah,
I
your
suppose.
loved one, not
That's,
your
I
children.
guess. Okay, yeah. Then I was going against.
You can
my
still
own
have
thing.
children with people
That's what I
you
said.
don't love.
I
That's what
asked
my
you
mom
too.
did.
Yeah. I asked you, I was like, is it with everything you love? And you're like, no, just the one. Because
I
if you were,
guess
because it was
when you said
everything you love,
I took it as like, oh man, I love this ukulele that I bought, or dude, I love my new car. Like I didn't think of it as objects. I thought as if like your dog or your mother, your
Yeah.
father, your child, your loved one. So like people you love, not just like romantically, but both heartfelt. But I didn't explain that.
Yeah,
well.
well, the example you said was like
Yeah, it
your
was just
yin
like
and
your
in
yang.
love.
soulmate.
Was
Yeah,
in
in
love.
love. So if
Yeah.
I had clarified that, I think I wouldn't be as confused as I was a second ago. But now I see where the confusion. So
doesn't decay.
I
is that
think-
it?
That's it.
Well, do we all agree?
Death and
I
decay.
guess decomposing is the worst.
I kind of thought immortality, actually, because here's
Because
the
with
thing.
decomposing, you're gonna die at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna die quickly. You can't like really prevent it, so you might as well just
I
embrace
feel like you
it
would
at
die
that point.
immediately because is this curse like depends on when the curse was given? Was it at
No,
birth?
because
Was
you
it at
yourself are
how
not
old?
in. Because you yourself are not affected.
Mhm.
So it's not like I could just like shove my hand down my throat and like decompose
Yeah.
my
I
innards.
guess.
Although that'd be a quick way out.
Dude, so does that mean anytime you tried to eat, you couldn't?
Yeah. So
Dude, you would just die immediately.
You'd either die in 3 days because you couldn't drink water, or you would literally, if you stood in place long enough,
it's
just fall
just your
straight to
skin.
the core.
Yeah. It's gonna be a terrible time trying to get water. It's just your skin.
So
I have to go.
honestly, I think immortality would be worse because there's no end to it. All these curses have an end with your death, which is something I can accept because I've accepted death at this point.
Okay. Well, while accepting death, accept your flimsy ass wooden pencil.
Of course. And you know what else we have to accept? That this podcast is over.
Just like the San Andreas fault line pretty soon, guys. 7.1? Man.
Those are
Call
rookie
me
numbers.
back when a 10-point earthquake hits. Am I right? Hit the stop button, Brandon.
Don't edit that out. That just hit the stop
Brandon!
button. I gotta go home. This has been a joyous adventure.
Hit stop!